Hey everybody, it's Georgia Farming and Flu Vlog. It's Memorial Day weekend. Here's an update on the bananas. This is the Dwarf namwah. It is absolutely crushing it. It's probably 7.5 feet to where the leaves start coming out, and then I don't know, maybe like 11 to 12 all the way up to the top leaf there. So we are extremely close to seeing a flag leaf, maybe within the next month. In terms of growth, it's been about 5 weeks since the update. We only had these 2 leaves at that last update. Nothing was coming out. And since then, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves come out, and a 5th one is starting. So we're seeing about 1 a week, which is about how many I get during like ideal growth during the summer. So this plant is just really healthy. It's really nice. We got a lot of leaves here, so when it does fruit, they'll be able to make lots of food and be able to ripen real quickly. The first couple leaves that came out, there's kind of some bunching right in here, not much vertical growth, but now the last 2 leaves that have come out have seen some really nice separation, about 3 to 4 inches in between each, so we're getting good vertical growth. It's really healthy, which is perfect right before the bananas come out. I'm a little disappointed with how big this pup is. It's growing pretty much too fast at this point. I want to make sure I do everything I can to make this one fruit and ripen by the end of the summer so we can actually eat them. And so I'm going to remove this bigger pup and then allow the smaller one to then be the next crop. I just don't want this. I'm afraid this other one's just going to get too big and just slow everything down. So I'm going to show a video. I'm going to be removing this one today. Don't worry, I'm not throwing it away. I've got a neighbor that's going to take this one, so it's going to good use. Here's the venti coal. We planted it about a month ago. We had just 1 leaf that was starting to come out. Hadn't even started unrolling yet. It's completely out, plus 2 more. And then another one right here, a 4th. You can see the tip is just right down there starting to come out. So this one, it definitely took a while to adjust. It took like 2.5 weeks just for this first leaf to fully unravel. And then now we're finally starting to get about 1 a week as well. So like I'm really happy with the adjustment. There is a little bit of the drooping here. This is just, the plant's been indoors like its whole life really, and so it hasn't really adjusted completely to the heat as much as some of the other ones, but it'll get there. It's looking really healthy. I'm really happy with the progress and the adjustment. There's the planting job, still looks really solid. And then look at this mess, all these pups. This is the double Mahoy. I'm gonna be removing a ton of these. We have 2 over here, main one right here that I'm gonna keep, and then 1. Oh, there's 2 more over there, so we got like 7 here, and I'm gonna keep just this one right here. This is the biggest one, and allow that to keep going. These smaller, it seems like the smaller the banana plant, the more pups you get put off. So I'm gonna clean that up. Again, I've got neighbors, they're gonna take some of these so they're not going to waste. And then finally, the truly tiny. This guy's just killing it in the pot. I'm probably just gonna leave it in the pot just because the fruit isn't edible even if you plant in the ground. It's just kind of bitter. So I'm not really going for maximum growth or anything. I just like having it kind of like a house plant during the winter. So I'm gonna remove these little pups, put them in some pots, take one upstairs, and then give a couple of them away. I've got 3 to remove. So let's talk about removing the pups. What I like to use, I got this little mini shovel. It's like 15 bucks from Lowe's. It works really well. We can start with these over here. If you want them to survive, you really need to make sure that you get some of the root ball with the pup. Otherwise, it's just gonna die off. If you don't want the pup to survive, sometimes you can cut it a little short because any amount of roots that you take from the main plant is going to slow down the growth to some extent, but very minor. So for me, like, I'm giving these away and I want them to continue to grow, so I'm gonna steal some of the root ball. So what we're gonna do, I'll show one here and then I'll just do the others off camera. So you're gonna find where the pup comes into the ground and you're gonna place the shovel right here in between. Let me clear some of this up here. Place the shovel right here. You kind of want to angle it back towards the root ball a little bit so you cut in, because if you angle it this way and you cut right here, you're going to end up just chopping straight through the banana and you're not going to get any of the roots because it goes underground a little bit before it even connects to the roots. So when we go in, we're going to angle it back so towards the root ball, and then we're just going to kick down on the shovel, and then once we're down a little bit, we're just going to pull it away. Kick it a little more, and then push it away from us, pull it up. You can see, have a nice cut. My dog's trying to steal the bananas. You can see, there we go. We stole some of the roots. This is gonna go really well. Planting it somewhere else and it'll take off. It is gonna be a little bit slow at the very beginning, but it's just like the Venti coal. Once it adjusts and starts growing on its own, it'll create a massive root ball just like the others. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the others and then we'll give you an update. Here's the updated dwarf namwah. No pup anymore. Got it in my hands right here. This is a big one. Got some really good root structure on this, so it should grow really well for my neighbor. Got a ton, I think there's like 6 pups here, all from the double Mahoy. And then I got 2 pups from the little baby tree over here, the Truly Tiny. This is actually a form of Cavendish as well. So those will go really well. I've actually got one more inside here that I just went ahead and planted in a little pot. This will be a great little house plant. Another update here on the 2 peach trees. These are Red Haven peach trees. You can see they've got tons of peaches. They're about 1.5 inches in diameter, still really hard, not softening yet. They'll turn a reddish color and get softer and bigger here over the next month or so, and then they'll be ready to pick. Probably gonna just let the squirrels go at them this year. We got a ton up here just because there's way too many to eat, and I'll just be able to grab a couple as I want. I'm super excited about this summer. The fact that we got this dwarf namwah right here behind me to survive over the winter in the greenhouse is now over 8 feet tall in May. This is super exciting. So we are definitely gonna have a flag leaf and some fruit here within the next month or two. I'll make sure to keep updating a lot more frequently so we can watch that. We're gonna be eating them real soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Georgia Farming and Flu Vlog. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. See ya.